Greetings, everyone. We are the Ingenious Geniuses, graduates from the University of Texas at Dallas, Microsoft Ambassadors Spring 2023 cohort, sponsored by the Office of Information Technology. We are a collaborative team that has worked on this project together. But today, two of us will be delivering the presentation. Before we begin, I would like to make a brief disclosure. This session provides recommendations for identifying phishing attempts, but it's important to remember that it's not an exhaustive list. If you have any doubts or come across a suspicious email, it is recommended to report it to the Information Security Office. Thank you. To initiate the development of this case study, we incorporated different Microsoft products, including MS Forms, MS Way, MS Bookings, and ultimately MS PowerPoint. By adopting this approach, we aim to deliver an interactive user experience while emphasizing the identification and provision of valuable resources for preventing phishing. We are thrilled to present our project on recruiting scams at UT Dallas as part of the Microsoft Ambassador Program's Show Off Skills presentation. In this presentation, we will discuss what phishing is, how it commonly occurs, and how students can avoid being targeted. We will also help you identify if you have been a target of phishing so you can avoid falling into the trap of fraudulent job offers and choose legitimate ones. Now, let's delve into the details and learn more about the recruiting scams at UTD and to prevent it. What is phishing? Phishing occurs through fraudulent emails, text messages, or websites. The attackers trick the recipients into divulging sensitive information. The attackers may also create fake emails or messages that appear to be from legitimate sources. These messages often contain a sense of urgency, prompting the recipients to take immediate action or to reply immediately. Once the recipient provides their information, the attackers can use this to steal their identity, make unauthorized purchases, or gain access to their accounts. Phishing attacks can be highly effective, and it's important to be aware of the warning signs. Now, what are the different types of phishing scams? There are a lot of ways through which people can be phished. Few of them are wishing, phishing, man in the middle, domain spoofing, to name a few. Now, let's talk about a few in detail. Wishing, which is also a short of voice phishing. This is when somebody uses their phone to try to steal information. In this type, the attacker may pretend to be a trusted friend or a relative. Another type is an email phishing scam. In this, the attacker sends an email that looks legitimate, designed to trick the recipient into entering information in reply or on a site that the hacker can use to steal or sell their data. Now, I'll hand it over to my peer who will guide you through the available resources, provide examples of scams, and explain how to avoid falling a victim to them.
It over to me. So I'll go over some examples of phishing scams and guide you how to notice at the University of Texas at Dallas to help you. So this is an example of a possibility of it being a phishing scam. The highlighted text directs us to a link that is asking us to validate our net banking details, asking our personal information, specifically if it involves something financial. We should be careful about it when we receive it. One suggestion is to try and hover over the link for a short brief description regarding where the link is directing us. By doing this, we can avoid entering links that are suspicious and cause an issue to our device. So coming to another email example of a phishing scam, let's talk about the potential red flags and how to avoid them. The first one is to look at the email address of the sender. Most of the times, email addresses looks familiar, but there is always a difference in it when it is not from a trusted organization. There are also some rare cases where emails are from email IDs within the organization, but it is still a phishing trap. Therefore, we should be really careful regarding trusting emails. Secondly, similar to our previous example, even if the email is from a trusted organization, it would never direct us to link and ask us to verify our account. Here in the example, it shows the information it displays when we hover over the link. Here it directs us to a site builder site, which looks no close to the sender's organization. Finally, we need to look out for spelling, punctuation, and grammar errors. There might be uneven capitalization, small letter punctuation errors, even if it is a scam. There are a few things that we need to keep in mind when we are accessing a text or an email message. So what can you do if you are phished? So it is possibility that even after considering all the red flags, the hackers might come up with new ways to direct you to malicious links or cause harm to your device, and we might be at high risk of being phished. Let's now talk about few steps that students can follow to avoid or come out of the trap. First, you should alert others. Talk to your friends, share your experience. Phishing attacks often happen to more than one person in a university. You can limit the damage by immediately changing any compromised password and disconnecting from the network any computer device that is infected with malware. Follow your university's procedures. We will walk you through the various resources and teams in the university that are completely dedicated to helping and guiding students later in the presentation. These resources include notifying specific people in the organization that help you with the IT. Notify the concerned point of contact. If your data or information was compromised, make sure you notify the university of, for example, the Office of Information Technology or the OIT's team, and make sure to report it. So let's talk about some resources available at the University of Texas at Dallas. The ISO is here for you. UT Dallas uses Microsoft Office 365's online protection to scan and quarantine suspected spam, phishing, and malicious messages before they reach your inbox. Also, as mentioned earlier, you can report scams to InfoSecurity at UT Dallas or .edu. So here are some additional resources available at the UT Dallas websites. Uh, you have the University Career Center, which is open to all university students. We have the Career Management Center, which is limited to the Jindal School of Management students. We also have the International Students and Scholars Office, which is limited to the international students. And we also have the Office of Information Technology, which is available for all students. So thank you for listening. Let me tell you a brief program that we offer in UT Dallas. It is sponsored by the Office of Information Technology. It runs every spring and fall semester, and it is open to all UTD students. The link will be shared to you in the description box. And if you have any last minute questions, you can email us at oitoutreach@utdallas.edu. Thank you for listening.